Hello and welcome back to the model bench and part 2 of my 1948 Ford Woody build by Revell, and this is where I am at, just about finished I think. Everything is assembled, very happy with everything. Got the aerial in, got the decals on the doors. I still struggle with decals. You can kind of see the shine off it, so I'm hoping maybe if I give it a coat of clear varnish, that might kind of dull it down a bit, but not too bad. Added the door handles, the little mirror, added the front bumpers, aged everything, and this is the back I added. So you can see the little chains, still have to just dirty them down a little bit. They work really well, so the back can close. But of course I'm going to have it open with all his gear in it. Back bumper is on. Underneath is all nicely weathered. And again, I just weathered everything and dirtied everything up. You know, little bits of looks like rust is starting here around the wheel arches, along here. Just everything nice and grimy and dirty. Yeah. The hood does open, and you can see the lovely engine. And I've added a few wires and stuff like that, and then the cover should just click back into place. Had a little bit of trouble with that lining up, but I think it should be okay. Yeah, so really happy with how it turned out. It's a great little kit, really nicely detailed. Again, on this side you can see I'll actually have to add a little bit of rust here and there on this side as well. So again, I'll go over everything and just make sure, you know, it's all kind of tied together in a uniformed piece. So of course, because he is a tree surgeon, he's got to have all his gear and equipment, so I'm in the process of doing that at the moment. Here's some of the stuff I've made. Little Coca-Cola kind of crate box. I'm going to put some of his tools in. Another kind of crate box again, I'll put some tools, maybe some plants, stuff like that, because you know he's a tree surgeon. Got a couple of cans, you know, maybe for his chainsaw, petrol, whatever. Again, I'll dirty them up a little bit. This is a planter pot, so not a bucket. This is a planter pot, so again I'll probably put some kind of little conifer tree in this. And then I made a little set of shears. Again, just to add a little bit of detail. A roll of kind of fencing wire. Again, this is just automotive mesh. Just grimed it up, dirty it up. And a few little planks, you know, maybe for his ladders. So again, all this stuff, once I do the diorama, all this stuff can be kind of, you know, filled up in the back. I'm going to have some plants coming out the back. Have these littered around. I'm hoping to do a base, you know, with kind of New England colours, kind of, you know, lots of greens and browns, and you know, some plants around. Maybe he's on a gravel road, you know, he's just stopped off. So that's the plan. So we'll get on with that. So I decided to redo the decals. I really wasn't happy with the way an actual decal turned out. So what I did was, I have a dye sublimation printer, so I was able to print out some I was able to create these in Photoshop. I'll show you now. So these I created in Photoshop, and it came out as a gloss print. I then just sprayed it with a matte varnish, which gave me the finish I was looking for, and then I just applied them to the car, and I think they're much better. I'll probably just dirty them down a little bit, you know, but yeah, I'm much happier. I just think the text reads much better. The wood paneling is much better. So yeah, I'm delighted I went and redid those. Just added a little bit of scuff marks and all to the areas that would get it. So that's pretty nice. So really the car's done. Oh, I will show you the roof rack. So basically the roof rack, from the reference photographs I've saw, I think it's like two kind of bars like this, and they basically just sit on top of the car like so. Probably glue them into place, and then it seems that there's a strap then from here just to the edges down here. So once I get ladders and stuff on them, then I'll make this kind of strap, give it looks like it's being pulled tight, and then obviously the stuff is tied then onto that as well. So I just made these out of styrene. Got the eyes from a googly eyes just to make the bases there, and I think it looks really well, so very happy with them. So yeah, so I think that's nearly the car done, and I'm just working on a base now. Got my little props, the little Coca-Cola box, nicely aged. Got a couple of little kind of petrol cans, pop them in there, and then I made a little shears just out of tubing and some metal. Got a little nut then added to it. So again, just adds a little bit of detail. I'll probably add a few more things into that, like, you know, maybe some rags, some stuff like that. So here's where I'm at with the car. I've glued on the roof rack, so I just need to get a ladder and then I'll make straps, have it look like it's been tied on. Got all my gear for the back. Just got some twigs, some planks, some kind of you know, boundary wire or whatever. So yeah, really happy with that, looking really good. And I'll show you the base now. So this is the base so far that I'm working on. It's going to go on to an actual wooden base, so I'll be able to fix that and just cover it over. But again, I just wanted a kind of a dirt road, you know, a little broken down fence, which again I'll do some aging to, and maybe some grass is coming up. I just added some grass along the middle that you would see, a little bit here just to kind of frame it all. I think that's looking really good. I haven't really done bases before, so it's all new to me. But yeah, I'm happy enough it will just show off. I'll also get some leaves and scatter them around just again to add a little bit of detail. But yeah, pretty happy. I'll show you what the car looks like on it now. So here is the car on the base. Again, once I do a little bit more kind of set dressing around, you know, like I say, leaves and maybe a few more little items, the ladder on top, some grasses here, should be very nice. So pretty pleased with how it all turned out. You know, I wanted to, I mean, my whole idea and concept for this was to make the car from the movie, so pretty pleased with how it turned out. You know, nothing's ever going to be 100% perfect, but it's good fun trying. So here we are, the finished model. I think I'm going to call it done. Got my ladders on top. I just made them out of styrene, painted them up, and you know, a little bit of chipping and kind of weathering. I then put two kind of elastic cords over the top, tied them in place, and then I made these kind of straps for the side out of some photo etch. Just painted a kind of nice green colour, you know. Yeah, so pretty pleased with how the whole thing turned out. Like I say, I had a kind of concept that I wanted to follow, you know, the car from the movie. So it's probably not 100%, but I'm pretty happy with how it went. I don't really make a whole lot of kind of car models, so there's a lot of challenges. But yeah, pretty pleased. And again, this is probably only my second base that I've made, so I've learned a lot. But yeah, so that's the model. Hope you like it. If you have enjoyed this build, please like and subscribe. And until the next model, talk to you then.